As this virus continues to strain our healthcare system, it is also causing prolonged economic pain, especially for the travel industry. So what's being done to keep passengers safe, and how will things change once we get that vaccine? Ed Bastian, CEO of Delta Airlines, is with us this morning. Ed, good to have you back. Thanks for your time this morning.
Great to be with you, Craig. Thanks.
Let's start with Delta Airlines' new voluntary contact tracing initiative. You're working along with the CDC, as we understand it. This is going to be specifically for international travelers coming into the United States. How exactly is it going to work?
Well, one of the things that's really important in our industry is that we start to reopen, as it's safe, international travel, particularly to Europe, given the significant links between our country as well as with the European nations. And one of the things that the CDC has been adamant about, and I fully support, is the need to have international travelers as they enter the country, for the CDC to be able to have contact tracing capabilities so they can identify, in the event there was a need to contact customers on board a flight, an international flight, when they arrived into the U.S., any customers in vicinity of someone that could potentially have been affected. So we've created the capabilities working with the CDC. It is a voluntary measure for our customers, but I think it's a really important one.
Ed, let's talk about vaccines for a moment, because it would seem as if multiple vaccines are on the horizon. Would Delta consider mandating employees be vaccinated in order to work, or even passengers be vaccinated in order to fly?
Well, we haven't decided that yet, Craig. We are looking at, and certainly talking to the authorities about, first and foremost, how do we get our employees vaccinated? I think for international travel, it will become a requirement, whether it's the airline does it or some international authorities do it. We're going to strongly encourage that airline employees all get vaccinated. Airline employees are frontline workers and will be given priority as a frontline worker to access to the vaccine. Myself, I can't wait to get vaccinated, and we're going to strongly encourage all our people to make sure they get that protection, that inoculation from this deadly virus.
The airline industry, including Delta Airlines, they received quite the stimulus package early in the pandemic. There continues to be reporting that the airline industry is suffering mightily. Are we looking for additional relief from the federal government? And if so, how much?
On a larger scale, the economy certainly continues to suffer. There's a lot of hurting people out there. Within our industry, we're continuing to lose money. We've got, at Delta, fortunately, we've been able to get through this with no furloughs of any of our employees, which is great, and we expect to get through next year in the same condition. But we know within our industry there's tens of thousands of employees who have been furloughed at other airlines. The stimulus program for the industry would enable those employees to get their jobs back, which we support, and encourage Congress to act on this measure.
But to those, Ed, who would say there are so many other industries, restaurants, for instance, that are suffering tremendously as well, other businesses, small businesses, municipalities that are suffering. To those who would say that some of those industries should be, quote, bailed out before the airlines again, what would you say?
Well, the airline stimulus is not a bailout, because a portion of the monies that we're receiving, we are paying back in the form of loans. And secondly, the industry stimulus that was received earlier this year required us to keep all of our employees on the payroll. So it's really an ability to continue to pay the payroll of people that are deemed essential workers to our national economy. I'm not going to try to judge the other industries in need. Clearly, it's out there, and that's why I said at the start of my comments, we need a broader stimulus package for this nation.
Really quickly, Ed, before I let you go, 737 MAX, as you know, has been approved by the FAA to fly once again after being grounded for 20 months after those two fatal crashes. Does Delta plan to fly the 737 MAX again here in the near term?
We don't own that airplane. We decided not to purchase that plane when we looked at it a few years ago. It wasn't for safety reasons, for other reasons. In the future, as people get more familiar with the airplane and people are comfortable flying that plane, we'd consider potentially purchasing it, but no plans to operate or own that plane at the present time.
Ed Bastian, Delta Airlines CEO. Ed, thanks as always, sir. Thank you.